Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. So we're in the Koronus Expanse star system again. I thought I would still try to go over to Kavia Gamma, even though that I can get to Janus, the Agra world, right now if I wanted to. I think that's the better bet with how things have been going. The one question I would have is, since there's a not explored world over here in Sado's Tome, which makes me very confused considering, like, maybe I need to go back here. I'm gonna go back to Sado's Tome here quick, just because it said there was something unexplored and I want to make sure, because that's where the tithe ship was supposed to be for Solomorn. But then we're going to go back up to Kavia Gamma. So, Vox Master Vigdis. Lord Captain, I hasten to report disturbing news brought to me by machine spirits of the ship. The matter is extremely delicate and concerns Lady Cassia. You see, since her first day aboard, her presence has been a disturbance to the crew's way of life. If you'll allow, I have prepared a detailed report. Okay, what's this about? Deliver the report. The first incident occurred immediately after a departure from Uric 5. Levi, navigator, chastised one of the ship's runners, after which he went into his living quarters and... Okay, you can read this part. I'm not sure that's going to get me demonetized, but after he went into his living quarters, things happened. The second incident was noted while traversing the warp. Lady Navigator gave the pilots the wrong instructions, and the void ship was thrown off course for a matter of minutes, but this was enough for the forces of the Imperium to anger the machine gods, enough for them to start fire in the service bay. After that, officers living near the Lady Navigator's quarters began to express extreme emotions: hysteria, apathy, euphoria, rage. This has become quite detrimental to the crew's morale and performance. The last incident was recorded on Footfall. Around 100 living birds were delivered on board during the day. Around 100 living birds were delivered during our stay on Footfall. Each bird cost a hefty sum, but I have failed to discover the purpose and subsequent fate. I was also told about a conflict between the Lady Navigator and the Senshell. Alas, with no details. If you'd like, I can ask Master Wersterian directly. Things are even worse with Jay. I intercepted a Vox cast which she promised she would, I quote, "and that Kashka if she ever saw her again." If I may, Lord Captain, the Lady Navigator's state of mind worries me. She is self-contained and does not mesh with the crew at all, which is why she avoids everyone. Even senior officers can be superstitious. I fear that only you are in a position to talk to her about equal footing and improve the situation, for the sake of the crew's safety and that of Lady Cassia herself. Well, let's go talk to Cassia before we go do whatever here. Okay, Cassia actually should be around here. Okay. There we are. Hi, Cassia. How you doing?
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
So, I've heard rumors that you're not getting well with anyone. Panic flashes in her ruby-red eyes, and your heart starts beating a little faster while your hands go cold. Oh, don't you hate that situation? I also really don't like this warp look.
Not here. I'm begging you. Aren't noblemen supposed to discuss such things away from the servants?
Then let's go to my study. No one will disturb us there.
Then lead the way, and I will answer all of your questions.
Something's not right. What is it you wanted to talk about, Lord Captain? I have nothing to say to your unfounded accusations about my conflict with the crew. While I cannot recall my having a single quarrel with any of your people during my entire time aboard. The messenger you rebuked butchered his family, then ended himself. I haven't rebuked a single errand boy on the ship. She ponders this for a moment. I think I remember. A kind young man with a shy smile and skillful fingers with too much rotten ochre on his shoulder. I grew tired of the disgusting color and advised him to lighten his burden by casting off the weight of his shoulders. He did not come the next day. Or ever again. So she just mentioned the color by him. Oh, I see where this is going. Things she's saying are being taken as insults, and she is not meaning them as insults, and this is ending very badly. Would you mind telling me that why you needed 100 species of bird and what you needed them for? Admittedly, I'm at a loss myself. The day we arrived on Footfall, I sent a request to the ship's quartermaster and asked him to get me a songbird, but he never asked for clarification. And shortly before I left, I had countless number of cages delivered to me, all wrapped in a bright red panic and flickering tints of fear. There was a bird in every one. So she asked for one songbird, not 100. I was so excited, I thought I would have 100 friends instead of just one. They were squeaking so piteously, I let the poor things out. I even fed them my breakfast and dinner, but the stupid birds would not stop chittering even after bedtime. They were dashing about the room, smacking me in the face with their wings, and defecating. I became angry, and then they started pecking each other's eyes and attacking me, and I became afraid, and they fell over dead. I do not think I want to keep pets anymore. Well, if you had one, that might have been okay. But the fact that you had 100 and could not keep them under control, that was the bad thing. During the warp voyage, you gave the wrong orders, which led to the vessel shifting off course and the service bay being destroyed. I saw something in the warp, something vast, predatory, shimmering with indescribable colors. It came from nowhere and stared at the ship with hundreds of hungry eyes, right there in our path. I decided to change course while it was still possible, but did not want to sow panic. Would it have been better to tell the crew we were heading straight into the monster's gaping maw? No, but I would have preferred to know that so I could tell the relevant people afterwards, so I was not being questioned. And then the officers are reluctant to be quartered next to your chambers because of the constant emotional outburst it causes them. Some even maim themselves and others. I told you already I cannot control my abilities. What else do you want from me? Will I be assigned a pariah chaperone, or will you put me in a suppressing shackles? No. Will you share your thoughts with me? I think she needs to learn how to talk to people better, but I also think she needs to control her emotions better. Both of those hand in hand would help her a lot, because I think she was never able to control her emotions properly because of how she was raised on Alad 5 or whatever. But I think the communication would go farther because that would help with her emotions more too. So I guess 2 is the better option here. You have a kind soul, but difficulty reaching out to people. I could teach you the art of communication if you like. That would be wonderful. My education on Uric 5 was cut short, but I realized by then that the wisdom of the books is a poor substitute for the wisdom of experience. So, this is going to be scary for people because she needs to start talking to people who are already scared of her. Very well. Since we are done with this misunderstanding, I would like to change the subject. It would only be fair of me to ask a few questions now, wouldn't it? She hesitates and continues in a less confident tone. Do not mistake me, I'm not going to accuse you of anything, it's just that you are the most worthy interlocutor on the entire ship. And you were always so busy. Okay, so what do you want to ask? I read a treatise by Passius de Mobius very recently, who claimed that subjects would never believe the new ruler better than the old one unless the old one had been a tyrant. No matter the circumstances, low-born rabble become deluded about their prospects and rebel in favor of their base desires. What do you make of that? I can't persuasion my way out of this. So I can lower Imperium or commerce. Yeah, this is kind of like the feudal days, so I kind of agree with commerce more. On the contrary, Loyalty of subjects can be bought at a pittance. A lower tax, throw them a festival, feed the needy. A gracious gesture once every cycle will exalt you in the eyes of the rebel if it were his own blessing. Indeed, I was not wrong about your merits or your ability to hold a conversation. I hope my second question does not confound you either. According to the 20 tomes penned by the preacher Oyastashifan, the Forgotten, I hope I pronounced that right, because I'm going out on a limb there. Mercy and cruelty go through the world hand in hand, but people flock to only one pan of the scales. Would you rather inspire fear in your followers, or be magnanimous and chose awe? Well, I have a 0% in persuasion and coercion. I'm wondering, because I usually have a good persuasion, but hers is so much higher that, yeah. I guess I don't have a good persuasion, but I have a decent fellowship, though. But I kind of agree with the fellowship here. One must be a tyrant, a friend, and a jester to one's subjects. What matters is clearly discerning the role is required at the given moment. And somehow she thought that. I mean, you reach out with whatever hand is necessary. If you need a helping hand, you use that helping hand. If you reach out with the hand with this blade, you better well be ready to use that blade. There's so much power in your words, power that makes me want to join you. I understand now why your subjects are eager to follow you. I admit I was afraid we were too different, and yet you helped me realize I can be candid with you. All right, please continue. I must confess that sometimes I can hardly bear the burden of the house has placed upon me. I feel I'm not doing my best. Tell me how you, the heir to a protectorate, can bear the responsibility for billions of lives day after day and not stoop under the weight. One, I don't think about it, because unlike you, I was not a noble this entire time. That's the one way I like to think about it. But I don't like any of these answers, once again. But if we lead towards prosperity, that means it leads me towards prosperity, and therefore everyone towards prosperity, and everyone gets better lives. And therefore we all get good things in the end. Thank you for your patience. You're helping me to see the world in different colors, a novel experience for me. Our conversations hold a special place in my heart. Allow me to bid you farewell for now. I'm heading back to my chambers to consider today's conversation. And now maybe she won't, accidentally say the wrong things to people. How those got mistaken so badly, I don't know, but we'll see. Now, I'm going to try to go back to Sato's tome here. No. Lord Captain, permission to address you with a request. Our head chirurgeon is sabotaging the ship's operations and has quarantined several voidsman crews on account of piddling sickness. People don't even go to the medbay when they come down with it. Just wipe their noses and keep working. Only a dozen or so died in it from a whole year. We're sitting on our hands here, so I ask you to talk some sense into them. Alright, am I going to have to deal with this every time I jump? Your lordship, my name is Lardard Forius. I am the chirurgeon majors of this vessel. As your chief Medicae specialist, I assure you that the quarantine is well warranted. This piddling sickness has claimed the lives of a number of meritorious officers in the past. This time I intend to get the epidemic under control, study the disease thoroughly, and develop a proper cure. I hope you will agree that a single period of downtime is a small price to pay for the number of lives that will be saved and increase the crew's performance during such outbreaks in the future. Not to mention the fact that we won't have to waste stimulants due to the effect of using them as a crutch to offset the limited work capacity. Okay, how do you intend to study the disease? By gathering enough infected individuals together, letting the illness progress, comprehending its properties, and finally killing it. The disease goes through several stages, each containing clues into its nature, vulnerabilities. Voidsmen will have to stay sick for a longer time until they discover the cure, assuming, of course, that the disease is reversible in its final stages. Oh. I can't agree to this. As someone who is very, like, so many people are gonna die to this. So many people. Especially if he lets it, like, congregate, so it's going to spread more. And then he's not going to help cure it until it festers. As someone who, like, if I get a cold, I'm going to the hospital for over a month. Or if I get a flu, that is a life and death situation for me. That is, like, no, dude. Defeating a disease is a noble goal, but I cannot approve of your method. Find volunteers who agree to being infected, and I expect you to cure every one of them if possible when it's done. This may limit the potential of the study, but this approach is also acceptable. I will make up for the lack of material with my expertise. Thank you for taking your crew's health into consideration. Should you require my services, you'll find me on the bridge. What? Another thing. Lord Captain, I bring dire news. A feud has broken out between the clans that maintain the void shield arrays. Rumor has it that the late Lady Theodora was seen on the lower decks, and so one of the families called for a rebellion against the usurper of the voidship. That is you. So far, no one believes that they're mad tales, but unrest has begun to set at the fringes of the compartments. The ship's enforcers are ready to terminate the instigating clan or pacify the entire void ship yield crew. The decision is yours. So what's this story? Rumors say that her presence on the void ship has been circulating for a long time and appear to be a deliberate provocation rather than ordinary drunken ramblings. Perhaps someone is intentionally stirring up masses to rebel against you, or perhaps it's the influence of the warp, and forces are already investigating, but right now we need to stop the conflict from escalating any further. As long as the unrest continues, the void ship shields will not be operating at full capacity. I don't really want to destroy them, and I don't want to pacify the entire shield crew, but if we don't get rid of them, what are the chances that something's gonna pop up? They're gonna get more pissed off if we just punish them. No, just find the source of the rumors, punish them, because then we can just get, like, the seed of it out, right? We'll do that. Lord Captain, as Sensual Warsarian would say, there are no innocents in such cases. The clans are endangering the entire void ship, tussling over a strange and obviously false rumor. If you so desire, I will convey your wishes to the enforcers later, but right now the unrest must be stopped and the people return to their direct duties or replaced. If we do it non-violently, once again, there is a chance that things either spiral out of hand or I gain a lot of favor with the people in the lower decks. And that's what I'm going for here. So, sort out the situation before we forfeit the entire crew. Investigate the rumors, find the real culprits. No violence against no actual culprits. I'll see to it. Okay. The warp jump went surprisingly smooth. None of the deck officers on duty reported any incidents. However, strange discovery awaited Lord Captain when he returned to his quarters. The bed was unmade. Impressions of a head was still visible on the pillow. There was no other signs of intrusion. The guards swore under oath that nobody had entered the quarters. The Imperium released this from its grip this time. Okay, so the whole reason I want to go back here is it says there's an unexplored planet. But there's only an ice world here that we have explored. I am confused. ice world and then not explored. The whole reason I came back was because it said unexplored. And no objects to scan. So what is this? I am so confused. Okay, I'm gonna go back and talk to Solomon. Lord Captain, we have an emergency. We have received word that there's been a sighting on the lower decks of sighting of Lady Theodora. The messages we have received are incomplete and vague, little more than yelling and hysterical claims. There are reports of casualties and unrest. The compartment in question has already been sealed off, but I thought you might want to look into what's going on yourself. The situation is delicate and was especially disturbing as there's mentions of Idira being present at the scene. What is she doing there? She broke her microbead so that I wasn't able to find anything from her, but Lord Captain, she's a psyker, and we are in the warp. You're the only one who would risk setting foot in that compartment, and if you do not, well, we will never see her again. I beg you, Lord Captain, do not ignore this matter. Well, I guess I'm going. And we don't get to bring her, so we'll bring Cabela. Looks like we got a combat scene going on, or a potential of one. Tech use, right away. The instrument terminal, an important part of compartment's internal infrastructure, appears to be in working order. Let's just keep moving.
Power.
And who now deigns to grace us with their presence? Another gaggle of heretics and traitors thirsting to get their due for what they've done, or is it the leader himself who has finally grown tired of hiding behind others? Theodora von Valentius is before you, and she looks grotesque. A hole yawns wide in her chest. Rusted hooks protrude from underneath her skin, and a lumpen, inflamed scar cuts across her throat. The figure flicks, as though dropping in and out of reality. She looks at you with whitish eyes of a corpse and smiles venomously. A rogue traitor, we meet at last. I had grown tired of waiting for you to pay me a visit. Indeed, centuries of selfless toil and effort, and everything I have left behind has gone to this non-entity. Warp illusion. Be gone. Argenta, my dear, there's no need to make such a fuss. Why don't we sit down over a cup of recaf like we used to? I'll listen to your rapturous tales of sacred relics, portents, and your special path. You must have been so lonely without me here. No one else is willing to listen to your ravings or help you with your childish treasure hunt. Throne, spare us from this cursed apparitions of the archenemy. Is that what you're truly praying for? I can hear how fast your heart is pounding, Wersarian. I think deep down you hope this apparition never ends. You are not Domen Theodora. The Undying One does not relinquish souls that come to him. Such is the absolute truth. You are a thief of names. Foolish child, your world is limited to the darkness of the lower decks and the words of your vizier. You know nothing of the truth of death. You do not even know the first thing about yourself. And we've already met. Of course, boy, for it was I who gave the order to bring you here, to my ship. Oh, how I rue that decision now, and how I regret heeding the advice of my seneschal. Abelard whispers to you. How can this be? It is the same vision as on the officer's deck, yet entirely different. Why does it not remember that meeting? And why does it remember what the real Lady Theodora did? Alas, my glorious visage through life was ended in the dullest way possible. By death. A nuisance I staved off as long as I could. But do not weep for me, my boy. I am still keeping an eye on my property and punishing all those who failed me. And what do you want with me? Why were you waiting for me? Matters are so dire that the pleas of one of my servants breached death's failed to reach my ears. How could I ignore such a desperate cry for help? And for my little Idira, no less. And once I appeared here, of course, I had met the pretender that has allowed this deplorable state of affairs. Where is Idira, and what have you done with her? Me? What have I done with Idira? All I did was turn that little mutt from the fringes into a true servant of the Imperium. I gave her toys, I cleaned up after her antics, I provided her with everything she could dream of. Oh, I had plans for poor little Idira. You know what? You're not Theodora. Theodora is dead, and there is no coming back from that. I'm dead? How is that? I'm no different from those who have not yet crossed the divide between reality and eternity. I see, I speak, I remember the wrongs you all committed against me, and for all those who have failed me, I have already begun exacting my retribution. I am truly Theodora, the remnants that she had left behind in this world. I am an echo of her memories preserved in the minds of those who cared for her. I am the taste of the tears spilt for the unsaid and the undone. I am the tear of she who failed to turn the tide of fate, and who refuses to look through the truth in the face. I am as real as human passions that bring the worlds to ruin. Okay then, if you're Theodora who really killed you, oh, wouldn't you like to know the answers to that question? I don't even know which would be more satisfying, to give you an honest answer or leave you in languish of your ignorance. We'll see how you conduct yourself, little boy. Sorry we could not help you, but you do not belong here. He feels sorry for me. Wretched, spineless creature, the one worthy of pity here is you, boy, but do not expect any. I am not here to console you, oh no. I am here to seek retribution against all who failed me, my brainless crews, my useless officers, my pathetic servants, the ones who turned their back on mistress in her darkest hour, and worst of all, you, my dear heir, you who have undeservingly claimed the warrant and everything else that is mine. I will drag it all into the warp with me, including you. Oh, we don't get a combat there. We got 95 awareness.
Predictable.
The lines on the screen look fuzzy, as though Cognitor's readout or system storage has been damaged. Bunch of dead people here. Remains have been hideously mutated. The flesh seems to have melted to the edges, and coating is in some mucus. There is a worker standing over there, but let's check over here quick.
A revelation was sent to me.
Not sure why I'm taking the goods on my own ship, but sure. Looks like we do gotta go this way.
I tread a path unexplored.
Hi guys, how you doing? Yeah, okay? Hi Theodora. Where is she? I can clearly remember her being around here somewhere. Not gonna warp away this time, huh? Idira. Ah, there you are, my little coward. Why don't you look at your captain, Idira? It's wrong. It's all wrong. Look at her, boy. My little Idira is truly tapped into her visions. No matter, I will allay your doubts. Lord Captain? Wait, no, Lord Captain. Lady Von Valencius, you came back? Poor little Idira. There, how could I not come? You were crying for me so desperately. Your pleas carried over the very depths of the warp itself. Why didn't you save me? Why didn't you warn me? Answer me, you insignificant wretch, or I'll drag the answer out of you myself. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything that could have had anything to do with you. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. I failed. Idira breaks into a strangled scream as you feel the air around you grow colder rapidly. Argenta swings her weapon up and aims at Idira, who is struggling in the monster's hold. The Sisters of Battle looks at her without an ounce of doubt or mercy. Argenta, stop. We're not taking out Idira. Argenta wrinkles her nose at you at your shouted command and lowers the weapon by a few centimeters, but she does not put it away. Idira, I am your captain, not her. Listen to me and snap out of it. I failed a 90 persuasion. I failed a 90 persuasion. What happens now? Don't even bother. She cannot hear you, little boy. She does not hear anyone but me. Theodora's hand swelled before you, a dull liquid pulsating out from under the skin. A moment later, it streaks towards her fingers, which are driven deep under Idira's scalp. Idira convulses and shrieks in agony. A sound wave hits you in the face, leaving behind the tang of blood and smell of decaying flesh. This is a pink whore. I'm okay fighting a pink whore. Tell me Idira is alive.
Your demise is assured.
Okay. Oh, all of them turned into horrors as well. Or some kind of enemy. Anyway. I have a plan for pink whore. When does the warp beast go? Okay. So I'm gonna put Argenta here so I can blast these two. Pascal, I'm gonna have you deal with a bunch of the workers. I'm gonna start sniping the pink whore as well. Abelard, I need you in combat with that thing. Cassia, just go wherever. Argenta's fine, and Cabela, we can clean up down here. Okay, let's go. Alright, zones. Rear, more critical damage. Oh. Yeah, we can put it here. And actually move Cassia in it so she gets some of that.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Then backline, Pascal, go ahead. And then front line for you guys, so they take more damage, but also Argenta and Abelard have more armor. Then voice of command, Miacidae.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
We're going to Air of Authority him as well, so he gets another AP for what I'm about to do. Bring it down, so he gets another
If
AP.
you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay. Technically, blue whores are tier 3. So, hunt down prey.
One step closer.
Then, if I analyze, claim bounty, shoot, I think I can take them down. So let's do that.
Ruin beckons.
Because if I combo that with Surefire Plan, I do a lot more damage. Up to 52 from a normal shot. 72 there. Claim the bounty, takes it out.
What a satisfying demise.
Gonna do perfect spot to get my ballistic skill up.
Triumph.
And we can get prey on, all these are now tier 1, aren't they? Yeah, we'll just end his turn for now. Oh, you're running past Abelard there, huh? That was a good little AoE. Not sure what that Warp Beast was trying to do. So this is actually where I was hoping to be able to hit the Warp Beast. So we're going to do Furious Suicidal because this actually gets Argenta a little bit more damage. I just want to see hit chance here. I only have a 30 there, huh? That's fine. So if I did Concentrated Fire... is it because he has some dodge? Yes, that would lower his dodge. And I do more damage.
Rejoice in battle!
And then we're going to take our Heavy Bolter and Burst fire him. Well, that didn't do as much as I was hoping, but it still got him good. Soldier fire. Immediately reloads the weapon. It makes an attack equal to... I'm going to use Firearm Mastery here. Just trying to take out the Warp Beast. I was hoping that I would be able to burst fire, but... we can make a lot of attacks at the Warp Beast here. Yeah.
This is unacceptable.
Maybe taking out the worker over here too. So I can get... some extra stuff going on. Because we have a lot of shots here. So that's a worker down. A shoot down range. I only have a 33 at this worker, but technically now I can do Revel and Slaughter on my next turn. But I get to just do 8 shots, I believe it is, with this. 10 shots with the Heavy Bolter. Because of that heroic action. So we're most likely taking down this Warp Beast. I think I got 2 more. Splits into the blue horrors here. And that's my last shot with her. Oh, they got grenades, huh?
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Okay, for me here, blue horrors are only a tier 2. Who's the tier 3? The one up here. So I'm going to analyze enemy on him. What's my hit chance on him? 95, and I pretty much take him out. So that's upping my crit rate. I go... I can't move now. Haha. I can do Claim the Bounty, take the worker out over there.
I will try.
Just kind of take out whoever I can.
Just a minor setback.
Well, that's a little bit of an explosion.
Aim for the heart.
Kabila. How much health do these guys have? 22. Just gonna do a slight little movement here. And then we're gonna hit these two. I have 75 to hit them.
The other side awaits.
That's 1 down. I do Death Whisper,
The shadows will
this worker goes down.
brings me no pleasure.
I'm then able to jump and get this worker. And we can do Blade Dance on him. I probably should have gone right here, but that's fine.
I shall not fail.
Then... let's Blade Waltz on him.
Blood of the wicked be shed as thou hast willed.
I can get this worker down with another Death from Above, and then I can Death from Above hitting this worker. How bad is this? I'm probably not going to hurt them at all, so I'll just end that turn. Okay, Abelard. Can you charge the blue whore? And knock him silly? Alright. That's all I need from you. Pascal, we have one left. Can you actually see them? Out of curiosity, you can. So obstruct vision. And that should actually just take out the worker. Hey, Idira, you okay? Lord Captain, is it really you? Argenta trains her weapon on Idira and watches you closely. Are you alright? I don't know. It should be quieter in my head, but the whispering's louder. It shouldn't be like that. The abomination claims that you called her. Is this true? Me? Did I? Yes, Lord Captain. I think it was me who called her. I can barely remember the voices. My old good whispers, they suddenly turned red, sharp. They started cutting, tearing, ripping me to pieces. I cried out, I called for help, and she came. Why are the voices making so much noise now? Shut up, shut up. Has anything like this happened before? We need to know. We need to know. Like this? Never. Well, there was something, but it was different. It wasn't as strong or terrifying. Apparitions appeared, mechanisms malfunctions, crews lost their mind, but Lady Von Valencius knew about that. She said it was a small price to pay, an acceptable expense. No psyker is immune to it. But what happened here, it was just a mistake. I won't do it again. There will be no more mistakes. This is not the first time that this heretic has caused the death of her crew. Do you remember that incident on the mid-deck Idira? What did those honest souls ever do to deserve such a fate? To be turned into mutants and attack their own families. You are a monster, a heretic. Do you have any humanity left in you? Admit what you are. Shut up. Quit your preaching. You're the worst out of everyone here. The rogue trader has been seen on a ship recently. Was that your doing? Yes, I did it a couple of times when I had too much to drink. At the time, I thought I had heard her voice among the whispers in my head. The voice was so sad, so clear, I couldn't help myself. I answered, I hope I could reach her there. Ever since she died, since I first heard her voice in my head, the whispers have gotten louder, clearer, harder to resist. Let's do the lore warp here. You hear the warp whispering in your head and you answered? You don't know what it's like. The most important person in your life who's now gone forever suddenly starts talking to you inside your head. How could I not try to reach her? I know you're thinking during the warp jump that Lady Theodora came out towards us. I keep thinking about that meeting. I keep blaming myself. Why didn't I divine it? Why didn't I stop her killer? Those thoughts have been playing at the back of my mind day after day, choking me with guilt. And do you know what? The one on the officer's deck, I don't know what that was, but this time here, the product of my guilt, an accuser straight out of my own mind. So what am I supposed to do with you now? I know after everything I've done, you have no faith in my willpower or my strength, but I can fix everything. It's just I'm not at my best, you see, but maybe we find a way to replace my implants or some other remedy, a better one. Lady Von Valencia said such a thing could be found. If not here, then somewhere else. I just didn't need it before, but we just need to find it. We need to figure out where to look and where to get it, and until then, I keep myself on a tight leash. I'm not... What will happen to my crew while we look for this remedy? I'll pull myself together. The death of Lady Von Valencius knocked me for 6. I'll get myself under control. No more booze, no more obscura, nothing. So she's going cold turkey on everything. Okay. I'll stop walking around on lower decks. I'll be stone cold sober. She determinedly wipes the tears and blood from her face. Alright, we'll think of something. Thank you. Thank you. I won't let you down. You are making a mistake, Lord Captain. Perhaps you will find something Perhaps you will find something to slow the decline, but it will not help. Only a miracle can save her now. I think I better, with your permission. Idira slowly shakes out her stained clothing. I think I better, with your permission, Lord Captain. She takes a step back and faints. Yeah. Lord Captain? The Voxmaster's shaking voice comes over the comm. I receive a report that shooting on the lower deck had stopped. I presume you brought the situation under control, waiting further instructions. Well, I still have a chance of getting rid of her, but I'm not going to do that. I got rid of the warp illusions. Idira is alive. Bring her to the Chirurgeons and have them see to her. Of course, Lord Captain, as you command. Alright. So, there was goods right here. I guess we need to tech use Pascal at a 98.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
This is a lot of stuff. Wearer gains plus 10 toughness once per round. Whenever the wearer's wounds drop below 35%, they gain 12 wounds. That actually could be good for Worcesterian or Abelard. Gloves. Unsanctioned Psyker or Psychic Awakening. After triggering warp phenomena or perils of the warp. Wearer's sight rating is increased by 1 until end of combat, where it gains momentum. Could be interesting. Battle Psyker Boots gains 5 dodge until start of next turn. For each enemy affected by Psi power. Okay, that's a lot of good stuff for her. But for now, hey, buddy. Oh, you have that helmet. For now then. How about we put this on Cabela? Or maybe we can put it on someone else. Let's grab the loot that we can and get out of here. Serrated mono knives always go to cargo. Some grenades that I don't really plan on using, but they could be helpful, I suppose, and let's get out of here. That went fairly well. Alright, now can we do this part? So I can go to the Imperium right now, but that seems very dangerous. I want to see if I can put anything on this Ash World. So I still have that Extractium, okay. What about the Altar Templium? No, they still won't let me on that. So an Alpha Row is where Solomorn should be. That's all I care about right now. And he was in this bay, I believe. And he is no longer in said bay. So he is just gone? I think he said something about going aboard my ship, maybe.
The world will bow.
So I'll look for him, but... I don't want to go to my quarters. But where would Solomorn be? Freight line? I'm just gonna check like every area here quick. He wouldn't be in my quarters, would he? Well, it does say there's loot over here. Not sure what said loot is going to be, but... I don't think it's going to be really anything too useful. So where did Solomon go? So I need to find a Proctor Anthar, but I'm not seeing him anywhere. And that should get me the next step here. Yeah, it says he's supposed to be on my ship. Where on my ship is he? Okay, so I'm looking at what this is, and it looks like I need to go to the Mundus Nilla's system. So let's take a look at this really quick. I might not have gone to the right system. Okay, so for Solomon, I need to go up here. What had been confusing me is the tithe ship that made me think that I needed to get for him was in either Sawdust Home or Ovorius. So that's why I was very confused. Now that I've wasted enough time with that, let's go back to the Speculio system, where I originally wanted to go. That wasn't how I thought that would go. But okay. Uncharted system. And we're in. I thought we had travel to the nearby system and then go in there, but we'll do the ships last. Scan the system, scan the planet. There is adamantine again, but I'm not sure what else is here, and I only have one of those left, so I kind of have to be careful here. Anomaly and Xenotech. I need a Xenotech to get, where is it? A contract. I need 4 Xenotech for a 2 profit factor bonus. This has 3. And then, I suppose I can go and figure out, what... Oh, I can go down on this planet and actually, do stuff as well. I'll save that for a little bit. Just kind of want to know what is on all of them. And then, Aquatic World, it looks like. That has Xenorunes. We're against 2 MP and the strike of Koronus. Okay. But let's go do the ships. A report shows up on your personal cognitive screen. Unknown ships are towing Interstellar Sextant. Cargo ship belonging to one of the Footfall's wealthiest traders. Looks like the pirates have bitten off more than they can chew, and have now been forced to drag the ship to a more secluded place where they can plunder it undisturbed. Definitely attack them. As soon as they see you, escort ships charge into the battle at once, while the captive Sextant powers up its warp engines. Unless you interrupt the preparation for the jump, the cargo ship will vanish beyond the veil of the Imperium, along with the riches it's carrying. All available forces to intercept the Sextant. Don't let it get away. Alright.
I'll be your beacon in the darkness.
So we're supposed to take this out, but we need to be careful of Cobra Destroyer. Oh, there's 5 enemies? So if I go here, I can hit them with my lance. I probably have bitten off more than I can chew as well. They're all down here. I just realized that it kind of pings me to their position. So we'll hit them with the Mizor Lance. I have to do a lot of damage to them. hit you with my starboard.
Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
I was kind of hoping that would do a bit more. Oh, I don't have my warp channeler anymore. Shoot. Because Idira got lost there. If I do dorsal cannons on the interstellar sextant, actually, let's do new heading. And if I move right there, I was hoping to hit with the dorsal cannons, and I can hit with the port side cannons, yeah.
It lays on our path.
Good misses. Love it.
Torpedoes, now!
And port side cannons.
Let destruction pour forth!
We're actually doing damage to it. Yay! Alright, that's all I can do. I shot every cannon. I'm not sure how long the... Does it tell me how many rounds until this thing goes? 4. Okay. So I probably should have gone all out on it right away. Probably take out this. What happens if I just ram it? I can't. Okay. So, Cobra Destroyer right in front of me. Let's melt it. Dorsal.
Unleash our wrath upon my enemies!
I can't do much else to it, it looks like. I can warp it. I can actually do that this turn. Will this destroy it? Turn. That got the Supreme Commander's move actually got me to be able to run. Gotcha, okay. And then if I move here, I can fire the port side cannons at the Cobra Destroyer that I've already hit and probably take it out so I take less damage. Oh, that got my torpedoes though. And I guess we'll restart our shields. Alright, well that's what we can do. Oh, there's a Viper class destroyer, that's new. Need to get closer to the sextant. Okay, I'm just gonna move all the way forward.
Target.
I'm gonna eat the missiles.
Eviscerate them.
Fire into the Viper. Dorsal the Viper.
Let destruction pour forth. Send
Get some
their
more
to the
missiles
void.
going. Okay. We got this. We got this.
We are vulnerable.
I need to catch up with that thing. That wasn't as much damage as I thought it would be. So if I get to right here, I can fire my starboard cannons at the Viper destroyer.
Of course.
Then if I keep going forward, I can't fire my dorsals at it. So let's nix that. Fire the dorsals at the Viper destroyer,
A storm of macro cannons.
which didn't do what I wanted it to do. Keep going forward, hit the Mizora Lance at the Interstellar Sextant.
Incandescent beams scorch our enemies.
And Plasma. How far do these normally move? Because, like, if I went here, I was hoping to be able to hit this Sextant on a subsequent turn. But I only get 2 turns to do this. We'll see how this works out. I am not holding my breath. Especially now that they're partially destroyed. I should have just taken out the Viper destroyer. I get 1 turn on it now. Oh. Well, that's better than I thought it would be. Kerboom. Wait, didn't I impact? Thought I impacted. What the hell? I'm out of range for the dorsal.
Eviscerate them.
Can they not be hit by the torpedoes? Because they're right there. It doesn't say it's immune to them. What's going on? I call shenanigans. Shields restored, but still. That cloud didn't do much for it.
Purgation through blessed plasma fire.
And then we lost it. I call bullshit on that. Can I restart the fight? I'm probably gonna lose the fight anyway. I probably needed to hit this. Gotcha. Well, the more you know. Let's see if I can't do anything to them. And hit them with my dorsals. That is such a good range. New heading, that way I can turn. Go right into his face.
To our target.
And Mizora Lance.
Send them into the cold void.
need to turn the tide.
which exploded in my face. Cool.
Unleash torment.
Yeah, I have 27 health. I'm not getting through this one. But I think I learned a little bit about the torpedoes, and I can get through this one better next time.
Bolters, brace for impact.
So if we go right into this guy, I know I'm going to explode, but this is going to be fun. Dorsals, baby.
Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
And Mazor laser,
Incandescent beams scorch our enemies.
which blows me up because it blows those torpedo. Okay, let's try this again. If I go right here, can I hit him with the laser? I think I can. Then I can hit starboard on the Cobra destroyer. I can use everything but the port side cannon. Actually, kind of trying to do some shenanigans here. No, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I should be good from there. So we'll go here, fire the starboard at the Cobra first.
Macro cannons, annihilate them.
Which did a good chunk. Gonna fire the Mazor laser at the sextant,
Cold void.
which gets rid of a good chunk of the shield. I'll fire the dorsal at the Cobra destroyer, trying to get rid of it before it goes away. Drop the torpedoes, because the sextant's going this way. So we'll point them up towards where it's going. Firing at me or the torps? Me. Okay. That's fine. Actually, probably better in this case. You have no idea how much that just helped me. So macro cannons at interstellar sextant.
Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
If I go here, I think I can hit it with my port side cannons.
Let destruction pour forth.
Then we're going... I'm not going to warp wave it yet. Can I get a new heading to turn better? Ah, shoot. Didn't want to do that. What if we 180? We can Mazor lance it.
Eviscerate them.
And if we go right here, we can starboard it.
Emblazon our path.
And then we warp it just to do some damage. Didn't think it would turn that much. That might actually be kind of bad for me. Because now it's gonna probably go straight, and I need the plasma torpedoes to ram into it. So we'll see what I can do here.
Absorption potential exceeded. Void shield is non-functional.
Yeah, I'm not going to get that, but we can take out the Void Destroyer, probably. Or the Viper. Did that really not take out their torps either? So if I do new heading, I was hoping I could turn a little bit more. If I go here, can I get him with Mazor Laser? Well, here, I get Mazor Laser, I get Dorsal. I don't get Starboard or Port on anything, though. So let's go right about here. Mazor Lance it before it gets away. Dorsal it.
Unleash the storm of macro cannon.
Some good that did. And then we can
Send them
some more
to the
plasma
void.
torps before restarting our shields. I have a feeling that was a bad idea, but
Voidsmen, find your courage.
yeah. Like, I can get through this one. It's just gonna be a thing, because that... I think I need to take out that Viper quick, if I see it. Now, those are two Cobras. The Viper is... where? Way up there, gotcha. So on my way up, if I starboard him, maybe hit this Cobra class down. And I dorsal him down. Just one less thing shooting at me. Then I hit Interstellar Sextant with the Mazor Lance. Then I can hit him with the port side cannons.
Steer us to our target.
And we can put down the plasma tubes.
Torment.
And you stopped exactly where I wanted you to. So this may be a good one for me. We'll see. The Viper has to turn around so I can do a lot of damage to them very, very quickly. Oh, he got out of it. So if I go here... Do I want to take out the Cobra class first? I feel like it would be a better idea to get rid of the damage to me first. Dorsals.
Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
Well, that did some good. And if I go here, I can Mazor Lance the Interstellar.
Send them into the cold void.
Before going here and getting a starboard on them, probably.
Charter course.
And then I can do some warp damage to the Sextant. Like so. That might have just screwed me a bit, though. Oh, now the torps aren't going to do... Surprisingly did not do as much damage to them. Are you going to block the Interstellar Sextant at all? Because that would be great. No. Well then, go straight into the Viper-class destroyer. If I go forward, I can hit with my starboard, maybe taking them out. That's one less thing affecting me. How does this work? Increases incoming damage. Okay.
Steer us to our target.
So port side cannons into the one right next to me.
Destruction portal.
That's slightly hurt already. Mazoa laser can hit the interstellar sextant, can't it? Oh, it's just out of range. I need to turn a little bit, but we'll hit the dorsal on the sextant. Why does it have a shield again?
Annihilate them.
If I turn right there, I can hit them with the lance.
Eviscerate them.
So I'll do that. And then drop my torps right here.
Now.
I need to get them down. Ooh, double crit there.
The void is about to tear our voidship apart.
2 turns. Support side. Feel like that would destroy me. And then we can go for them. I think that's going to take out my torps, though. Yeah. Laser them.
The incandescent beams scorch our enemy.
We surrender. Okay, well now I just need to take these fools out. Can I do a 180? And Mazoa lance the destroyer? No. But restart my shields for now. I think that's the best bet. Because they aren't... Oh, they have a lot of turning capability. If I go here... Mazoa lance.
Eviscerate them.
Dorsal cannon. Go, 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 go.
Wrath upon my enemies.
Port side cannon.
Chart a course.
We got it. Only took a few tries because kept dying, but
For the von Valancius dynasty.
I'm not the best at these space combats. I hit rank 2. I'm not sure what that does for me. We got these Mazoa macro cannons, which I don't think are any better than what I have. Oh no, we got Starbreaker lance weapon, medium range dorsal lance weapon dealing 32 to 40 damage. I think those are a lot better. And 71 scrap. We're definitely equipping those. Okay. Voidship management. 2 shots, dealing 14 damage per shot. Yeah, so from 28 to this 32 to 40. Yeah. Then we gotta repair the hull. Thought we leveled up, but I guess we didn't. Warp channeler post, I want Idira back here. If I upgrade warp wave, can I not? I see how that's gonna work. So these are gonna take some scrap to upgrade, but some of these abilities are really good. So I'm gonna upgrade swinging run. I'm not sure what that's gonna do for me. I'm going to upgrade... Oh, it'll tell us here. 25 to 30%. So a lot of damage upgrade. on Warp Weave, so we'll upgrade that as well. Master Maneuvers new heading would only be a slight upgrade there, like from a 1 to 3 cooldown to a 1 to 2. I'm gonna wait on that. And Adamantine Xenotech. And I suppose we'll pick up in the jungle world next time, doing the Point of Interest Augur's Anomaly. Because I would like to eventually get the Xenotech. I suppose I actually need to put the thing down for the Xenotech because I need 4 of these. But I'm going to need to get more Extractium, which means I'm going to need at least like 2 more Profit Factor to get more of them. So I can create, not create, but I need to figure out where the menu is here. Do this contract to get more Profit Factor. And if I do that, I can get more of the things and then just keep going from there. But I need another Xenotech, and we can keep going. But maybe I get another Profit Factor or something in the jungle world, I don't know. But we'll go from there and see what I can do. Probably check in on that civilization. How's it doing? 66% executed. Okay. But yeah, we'll pick up from here going into the jungle world and then make our way towards Kavia Gamma. I think that'll be the better bet. And go from there. So I suppose that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. And otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I will see you next time. And please, have a good one.